Hello and welcome to Talking Tent, a show about movies, TV, and all the content we can possibly consume.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Irma.
Today we are talking all of the television shows coming out in August that we are excited to see. For anyone new to this series, I do all the research, I make this list, and Irma does not know what I'm going to hit her with. And then I announce it to her, so her reactions are genuine, mine are pre-planned. Of course, she has a vague understanding of what's coming out often, but there'll always be surprises that we hit her with.
I know one thing that's coming out this month, and that's it.
Well, there's one coming out very, very soon. And then we give our Excitometer score. Patent pending Excitometer, 1 to 10. How excited are we for it?
Yeah.
And first...
Oh, let's start.
Let's start right off. Let's get it going. On August 2nd, the final season of Reservation Dogs comes out.
Oh.
That is not the one you knew.
No.
I know the one you know. I know the one you know. We'll get to that.
I actually did know that, but I forgot.
Yes.
And I have to say, but the Emmy nominations, not to take it back there, it did not get any Emmy love.
It did not. Is there something with the weird cutoff?
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of, there's no weird cutoff. It should have gotten.
It should have been somewhere best.
Yeah, it
show
should have been
at
somewhere.
least.
It's kind of
should
dumb.
Have been somewhere.
I love this show. I can't believe it's its final season. It's like the third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Starlin Harjo, about an indigenous community in Oklahoma, and their teenagers, again, a coming of age tale. We love it. And
dealing with the death of their friends.
Yes, and their trip to leave the reservation, go to California, which is how season 2 ends.
Mm-hmm.
So now we figure out, do they go back? Do they stay in LA?
Yeah.
We pick up with them, and then this is the end of the story. This is where they decided to end
bummed.
it.
It's
it was like a choice.
Yeah,
so
I know
you like
it's
to
a
hear
choice.
that. Like you hate when things that you really like are canceled and have to rush a conclusion.
That's true.
Like Starlin Harjo and Taika Waititi, this was the idea. They were like, I think this is the thread, and
this is the end of the story.
I
mean, I love when creators get to finish the story that they started. You know what I mean? So
and this day and age, 3 or 4 seasons is plenty.
That's true. The British model for sure.
Quick.
Yeah. I'm very excited for this. I love this show. I love all of the actors. I like Taika Waititi a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Starlin Harjo. First 2 seasons were great. So I'm giving this the benefit of the doubt.
What's your number?
9.5.
Wow. That is high. That is high.
It's good.
I'm going to go 9.
9. Okay, because you're that much lower than me.
Yeah, but half a point. Half a point lower. On August 8th, sometimes I like to highlight some things that, like, often with shows, at least, that we're excited for. It's a season 2, a season 3, or like IP we know. Mm-hmm. It's hard to know new shows until they kind of come out and get good reviews. So it's every once in a while I'll try and find something that just sounds interesting. And on August 4th, coming to Amazon, The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart.
I don't know what this is.
Based on an Australian book.
Okay.
Let me read you the description.
Yes.
Alice Hart finds her life changing dramatically when her parents die in a mysterious fire and she is sent to live with her grandmother on a flower farm.
Oh.
So I think it's like part mystery, part heartwarming thing about a person trying to find themselves, self-discovery.
Yeah.
And it's based on a book. And again, when things are based on books, I kind of start to give them the benefit of the doubt that like the story is there and people liked the story.
Yeah.
And it was probably well written.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of sounds like Secret Garden-ish, which I love. You know, that
Flowers. I bet it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, I bet it will be beautiful. The only thing that gives me pause is like the Amazon of it all. I don't think it should, but I just like Amazon is not like in my brain as like one of the places that I go to watch shows.
Sure.
Which I know is terrible.
Yeah, but you know what? So the Amazon of it all, from the description, if you had to guess, I think you would say either Apple or Netflix. Apple, it would be like, Apple's just going straight down the line. Most things are pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then Netflix, I would actually think like, oh, this is just going to be kind of a bad version of this type of movie. The fact that it's on Amazon, I kind of have no preconceived notions of their brand. It's just like maybe they just give people money and they say, make this show. Yeah. And maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. But, I actually like it better that it's on Amazon. No bias.
That's true.
It's just Amazon.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give this a 6.
Sure, 6 sounds good.
You don't have to do the same as me.
I know. I'm just like,
Yeah.
August 6th, Winning Time. The Lakers show season 2 comes back.
Did we need a second season of this?
That's the real question. Do we need a first season of this?
I liked the first season. I mean, it was fine.
This show got really good reviews. I saw a list recently that had like all of the HBO shows ranked. And Winning Time was in like the top 10.
Which was weird.
Over a lot of things. I think that's crazy. I had to remind myself where we left off. 1980, the Lakers won the championship. Now we're next season or the next few seasons, I don't know. I thought the show was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's HBO, so it was good. It wasn't bad. But like, I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah.
The more I think about it looking back, I'm like, did we need to dramatize these characters? Like, did Jerry West need to be so dramatic?
Like a movie would have been fine. And also because we had
or a documentary.
Well, we had the documentary. That's
the Michael
thing.
Jordan one.
Yeah.
And then Magic Johnson put out a documentary that we didn't watch.
Yeah.
The only thing that has me interested in this season is if they really explore how Magic and Bird really changed the NBA as a brand. So now we're getting in kind of like basketball nerd territory, but beyond just like the first thing was kind of just like your classic sports story about a team rising to a championship. I think the more interesting story is how the NBA in the 70s was like not really that popular. Like it wasn't shown. A lot of games you couldn't watch live, or you had to watch on tape delay, or you had to find them even in your local networks, local markets. And Bird and Magic and David Stern, the commissioner at the time, realized that they need to market like the Showtime Lakers and then Larry Bird on the East Coast. It really changed that we know now the NBA as like this monolith, this huge thing where stars like LeBron James and Steph Curry can come out of and be worldwide superstars. That didn't exist until right now in this, what they could do with that show. And I think that is much more interesting than just showing like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird playing basketball against each other.
Isn't it Michael Jordan?
Magic Johnson. What did I say? Magic Johnson.
It's not Michael Jordan?
No. The Lakers?
Yeah.
No, Michael Jordan's not in it. You're thinking of Air and the documentary?
I'm almost positive this was Michael Jordan that they were doing.
What are you talking about? Season 2?
Yeah.
Or just the whole show?
The whole show. I'm not kidding.
Irma, do we need to get you checked? I refuse to look up that the story about the Los Angeles Lakers is about Magic Johnson.
Okay.
And Larry Bird. And Michael Jordan wasn't even in the NBA yet. And he actually wasn't even in college yet.
Yeah. Okay. What?
What's your excitometer score for a show that you forgot so much about? You completely forgot what famous basketball player it's about.
I'll say 5.
I'm at a 6 if they tell the story that I just told and not just the next Lakers championship. The next week, August 8th, another third season of a Hulu series, Only Murders in the Building, season 3 comes back.
I'm excited for this. Okay.
Anything else?
Is this Meryl Streep is in this one, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I feel like
they're expanding. Martin Short, Steve Martin, Martin Short,
Selena Gomez,
our beloved Selena Gomez, solving murders, solving murders, murder mystery. Let me tell you one thing that I saw by accident.
You're gonna spoil it for all of us.
No. It has nothing to do with the story. I've seen a review and a headline because I guess some people got to see the entire season already.
Okay.
The review, the number was fine, but it says that season 3 they kind of forget about the murder mystery of it all. Huh. Which I guess is fine because like, do we need to solve a third murder?
Yeah, true.
And like at this point, the characters are developed enough that we could base just a show on these lovely old men,
Yeah.
and Selena Gomez, who's great.
I mean, I love Martin Short. I
Yeah,
find him
he's
hilarious. And then all of them together, I think, is like a really great, unlikely trio. Even though Martin Short and Steve Martin, like, clearly
They're
are best
besties.
friends. But I love like the Selena Gomez dynamic. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch this, and I love the New York of it all. I know that sounds so like cliche, but like when anything is set in New York, I always tend to like it a little bit more.
Even in a New York that we're so unfamiliar with. It's like Upper West Side, bougie ass New York that we never do.
I went to Upper West Side not too long ago, actually.
True. But like to just like the vibe of living there, so different.
Yeah, it is very different from our Greenpoint apartment.
And you know what? Even if they don't do another murder, which is kind of fine. Like they've developed a story like the Martin Short and his son.
Yeah, I almost wouldn't mind if, let's say, like a murder happens somewhere else and that they like
consulted.
Yeah, and
like
because
Hannibal
of the
Lecter.
podcast, they kind of like, okay, and then they get involved that way. So it's not
maybe,
like
true.
So it's not
like them or like Selena Gomez is somehow involved again with the murder. That's a good idea. We should be writers. Look at us coming up with ideas to make the shows better.
Yeah, always based on a podcast.
Yeah. Hey. What's your number?
I'll say 8.
Ooh, 8. I'm going 7. I'm tempering.
Okay.
On the same day, next Tuesday. Yes. Aaron Rodgers has arrived.
Oh.
Hard Knocks with the Jets.
So they are doing the Jets.
They are doing it.
You.
I know. A few weeks
you
ago,
said you didn't want this.
The rumors came out that the Jets were in the running, and then like a few weeks later, it's official. And what makes it so weird is that they've gone so out of their way to tell everybody that they did not want HBO to be there.
What do you mean?
Like the Jets organization did not want to be on Hard Knocks, and they were basically forced to.
How are they forced to?
I guess like the NFL has a contract with HBO or whatever, HBO Sports.
That is so
that like
weird.
They have to feature a team, and so if all 32 teams say no, like the NFL has to force one of them to do it, and they put all the cameras in. It could be really weird dynamic. They've already announced that they are not going to show the cutting, which is basically the climax of most of it, because Robert Saleh, the coach, has said like it we shouldn't be exploiting.
That's true.
Like the worst day of these people's lives, which I do understand, even though it is the most compelling part of the show.
It is because you really start to like develop not feelings but like relationships with these like players, and you want the best for them, and then you see their backstories and their lives.
Well, they'll still do that. They just won't show in the office.
I know.
Cut.
So then like you get like heartbroken and you're really rooting for them, even though maybe they fumbled in that preseason game, and you're like, fuck, that really screwed you. And I do really love this show. So why are they still doing it if no one wants to participate anymore?
I guess they have to.
But like, how do they have to? No one has to do anything.
Well, because
how many seasons
they must have
it?
A contract like 17 at this point.
So
I
why
don't know.
is the NFL still allowing this if no one wants to participate?
Contracts.
Yeah,
I guess
money. I don't know. I guess it's a popular show.
It's a
I
big
have friends who do not watch football watch the show.
It's always a great show. And now it's about my favorite team, which it was in 2010, I think, with Rex Ryan and the Jets. Coincidentally, they made the playoffs and won
and you're wearing green for the Jets.
Wearing green for my beloved New York Jets.
The Ninja Turtles and the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers has arrived. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. We're excited for this season. The Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. No, they're not.
We have it on tape.
Maybe they will, and we'll see on August 1st. Zach said the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. And
are you going to draft Aaron Rodgers?
In my fantasy team? No, I don't really do Jets players.
I know.
Because I just want to be happy when they score, and I don't want it to be like, oh no, you should have given it to the running back so I could have gotten more points. It's a whole thing. I'm weird.
You're not that weird.
I like to separate the joy. So the Jets are on Hard Knocks, 9.5. I just want to see Aaron Rodgers in the.
Oh, that's true. I mean, this is only like 6 episodes ever. It's really not that long. Yeah, I'll definitely say a 9. I always do love the show, and it's the Jets, and so like his happiness does affect me.
Oh, yeah. Sundays go up and down.
Yeah.
And especially this year because my expectations are way too high.
Yeah, they're way too high.
But also what I love about Hard Knocks is it is always, so the summer kind of falls apart with sports, so the Mets have been terrible. And like when Hard Knocks premieres, it is like football is starting.
Yeah.
And then we just get to look forward to football.
And I kind of like hate that it's always August.
Because you think it should be summer. It's still summer.
I know. Well, this has always been like a thing. Like, so my birthday has always been in August, and I hate that it's the end of the summer.
Yeah, but school means nothing anymore.
I know, but like it still gives me that anxiety that like, oh shit, it's fall already. School's
Absolutely
back.
nothing changes between August and September, except it gets much more.
I've been out of school for how long now? It's so weird.
It gets much more bearable to be outside because right now
that's true.
It's
September is
unbearable.
the best month, I think.
October, September, the best. Then we've got a Netflix one coming out August 10th. I don't usually highlight Netflix shows because most of them stink. And then if
Netflix puts out
so much
many
stuff, it's hard to keep up. So I normally just wait until somebody says, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah.
And then we'll catch up and be like, "Oh yeah, that was really good."
Mm-hmm.
It's called Painkillers, and it is produced and directed entirely by Peter Berg, who did Friday Night Lights, and then the Lone Survivor and Patriot Day. But let's highlight Friday Night Lights because it was a great show and a great movie. And it is about the opioid epidemic in the U.S. with Matthew Broderick and Uzo Aduba.
So this is a TV show?
TV
is it a
show.
documentary?
No.
Oh.
Dramatized.
Okay.
And apparently like the start of the opioid epidemic. So I don't know how similar it's going to be to, Pain Sick?
Oh, Dope Sick.
Dope Sick with Michael.
That's all I got.
Michael.
Imperioli.
No, Batman.
Kane.
Earlier Batman.
Oh, Keaton.
Michael Keaton. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I tend to like stories, even though they're very sad, about like the drug epidemic that's ruined small America.
Yeah, I don't like
the
stories
US.
about this.
I mean, they're really sad.
Yeah.
But like they tend to be really compelling, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I just like to see like, how did this happen? It's just odd and how it like ruins families.
I mean, we know
and
how
ruins
much this
full
happened.
towns.
Doctors wanted to make money,
True.
so they got incentives from the pharmaceutical companies to prescribe this drug, and then
So something tells me, so like that's literally what Dope Sick is about. It's like the kind of like biting take on the pharmaceutical industry. I imagine that this is going to be more like the other side of it, like the sad. This is what happened to families, like Matthew Broderick.
You're not really selling
I
me.
know. It's certainly not going to be nice, but I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
So 5 on the excitometer.
Yeah. So I thought you sounded more excited about it.
Well, no, I just wanted to highlight it as something that's like maybe interesting, but again, I'm gonna wait until somebody says watch this.
Okay.
But, oh no, maybe we'll be early. We'll watch it when it comes out and we'll be the ones saying, "Hey, watch this." So 6.
Oh.
Yeah, up.
4.5.
Okay. Too sad. Then we skip a whole week. No interesting shows the third week of August. Go see Blue Beetle, I guess.
No, that'll be good. We can like catch up on things.
Then the one you were hinting at, I imagine.
Yes.
August 23rd.
Should I say it?
You can say it.
Ahsoka.
Squam, 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 squam.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
I have no, what is it like?
Built-in fandom.
Exactly.
So Irma is the biggest Star Wars fan that hasn't watched the cartoons, the Filoni cartoons.
Not the biggest.
I don't
just
know.
Enjoy.
Like you it's because like you invest in the fandom and you listen to people that do listen to it, that do watch it, and you really love it. It's just like such a major investment to now go back to Rebels and Clone Wars.
I know. I do think about it. Like
we did watch Bad Bitch.
Yeah.
But like that is only okay. Nobody really talks about it.
Yeah.
Although it would be really interesting to see how they would interpret that into live action if they ever brought them into The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and it
That'd
would be cool that we have like prior knowledge.
We knew them. Rika.
Yeah, Rika. Tick.
Iko. And also Ahsoka was really good when she was on The Mandalorian.
Yeah. And we love Rosario Dawson. Like, I really love her. So, like, I'm excited for this. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't be. Just because The Mandalorian third season wasn't great and that was, like, really disappointing.
Yeah, it got there a little bit.
It didn't, but
the recent Star Wars stuff has not been good.
I mean, Andor was really good.
Andor was really good. The Mandalorian spin-off stuff. So like Boba Fett was really bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
And then even like Mando season 3 was like definitely not on the same level as Mando 1 and 2.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I have higher hopes for this. So
Me too.
I'm going to say 9.
Let's get Jedis back into Star Wars, but make them weird looking, beautiful women with horny things that go backwards on her. I don't know. Yeah. What are they? They're like dreads of skin.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, we don't have that Clone Wars. Like, people know exactly what's going to happen in this show.
Yeah.
And they're excited for it. And we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Although, isn't she's the trainer.
Padawan.
Well, no, Anakin is her Padawan, right? Eventually.
No, she was Anakin's Padawan.
Right. So she was somehow involved in like when he murdered all those children.
Yeah, she tried to like save all the kids. I think.
Yeah. So we're gonna get flashback to small Rosario Dawson, maybe.
I hope not.
Or she was older by then.
I don't know. Zach.
Anyway, we don't know, but we're like way too excited for it.
I know. Even though we have like no prior
Well, you're
knowledge.
not supposed to know. That's the thing about adaptations. Like, I don't like when I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's more fun to not know.
Exactly.
That's why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah. I say 9.
Ahsoka, 9. I'm going to go 8.
Yeah. And this is on Disney Plus if we haven't said it.
Of course it's on Disney Plus.
Of course. Okay.
Star Wars. And then to close it out, we have 2 new shows that I thought maybe sounded interesting. The first, let me read it to you. It's coming to Netflix again. So I always say I don't do Netflix shows. Here's the second Netflix show. It's called Who is Aaron Carter? It is formally titled Palomino. The latest series from the production company behind The Crown. That's why I'm highlighting it. Irma loves The Crown.
I do love The Crown.
I don't watch it. It has nothing to do with the royal family, but it's at least the same production company. I don't know what that means.
Okay. So is it British?
On a British teacher living as an expat in Spain whose life begins to unravel after being caught up in a violent supermarket robbery.
Oh, geez.
So it's another one of those, like, I think, investigations like, who are you and why are you involved? And then the whole thing
like
unravels
a Top of the
from
Lake or like what was the other one?
I don't
With
know.
like Olivia
I think
Colman.
The Crowded Room was similar to this that just came out on Apple.
Okay.
With Spider-Man.
Cool.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be suspenseful.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be like fun British goofy. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out together. And then finally.
Wait, we didn't give an excitometer.
Excitometer. I'm like a 3.
I'll say 5.
Just
don't know anything.
The only reason I put it on this list is because it's tangentially related to The Crown.
Okay, cool.
Breaking news. Squirt. The show that I was about to say was the last. I just looked it up. And apparently it's been delayed till November. It's a Brit Marling murder mystery. So very intriguing to old Zach. But we'll talk about that in November. So come back several months from now.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to it. And I'll tell Irma all about something she's never heard of.
Well, clearly I've heard of it now.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That is it for television.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for?
Reservation Dogs, I think.
More than Ahsoka.
Yeah. Just hope that ends on a high. That it's recognized for how good it is. Because everyone's going to be talking about Ahsoka.
That's true. It'll get all the headlines. I guess I'm with you. There's no showstopper this month on the TV side. So Reservation Dogs gets to weasel its way into probably being the most buzzed about television show for the first 3 weeks at least. And then Ahsoka's going to come in and soak up all the juice.
Lame.
Like, comment, subscribe. What are you most looking forward to? And there's a million television shows. There's certainly ones that we did not highlight. It might be because we don't watch them. But if you love a TV show and you know it's coming out in August, comment below and we'll answer. We'll look at all the comments.
Yeah. So from our living room to yours, what do you want to watch?